I'm actually really excited to film this video today. I am going to be talking about this product right here. This is the PiperWai natural deodorant, and you may have seen this product on Shark Tank. There was two girls, Jess and Sarah, and they went onto Shark Tank, and I believe that they scored a deal with one of the sharks, but besides the point, these two girls are based out of Philadelphia. I guess the background behind this deodorant is that one of the girls, Jess, was experimenting around with natural deodorants and they were giving her a rash. I know a lot of them are baking soda based, and so she actually created this all by herself. She sent a sample of it to Sarah and they decided to go in on this company together. This is actually the first activated charcoal based deodorant, and while it's not specifically marketed as an antiperspirant, it's formulated with the activated charcoal, and activated charcoal can actually absorb up to 1,000 times its own weight in moisture. So while it's not technically marketed as an antiperspirant, it'll actually absorb sweat and perform pretty much on the same level as an antiperspirant. I know that this one has been working much better than a handful of the other antiperspirants that I've tried at the drugstore. I've tried a ton of natural deodorants. I have a list written down here so I wouldn't forget any. I've tried the La Vanilla deodorants. I tried the vanilla fragrance, the lemon, and the lavender version of the La Vanilla. I've tried Tom's deodorants. That one was really bad. I tried the Crystal Stick. That one was so-so. It didn't seem to work over an extended period of time. It was just kind of here and there it would work. If I wasn't doing any major physical activity, it would seem to be okay. But I tried the Old Spice Fuji, I think it's Fiji, and that one doesn't have aluminum in it that you can find at the drugstore. That one broke me out into a major rash under my armpit. It was extremely red, it was kind of painful, and after 2 or 3 days of wearing that deodorant in a row, my skin on my underarm actually started peeling. It was really disgusting. I tossed that one into the garbage right after I noticed that. And I've also tried a handful of them from like Marshall's, Ross. I think the only one that I can remember from that batch was the Jason brand one. So I've tried a bunch and none of them really work effectively. This one, on the other hand, I just watched the Shark Tank episode, and sometimes I'll put some products that are featured on there into my phone to kind of research later. So I was going through my phone, I found this product, and I wanted to kind of look it up a little bit. There was, I don't know, 4 or 5 reviews on YouTube about this. There was a couple blogs written. So I kind of read up on it, and I was like, ooh, I think I'm gonna go order that. So I went onto the website, I put this in my cart, and just before I hit submit my order, I decided to send them an email, see if they would be willing to send out a product in exchange for a review, and surprisingly, they said yes. So this is what my container looks like right here. You can see it's kind of like a light gray color. I've used a lot of this. Today is May 12th, and I started using this on March 3rd. And you can see how much is left in there. I'm all the way down to right here in the container. And yesterday I just ordered today's the 13th. Yesterday I just ordered a new jar of this. They claim that these jars will last between 3 and 4 months. I would say, I've been sharing this with my daughter, and I would say if it's just you using it, I would say you could get a good solid 4 months out of these jars. I'm gonna get a good 3 months out of this one. But anyway, that's what it looks like on the inside there. It's a cream clay-like formula on the inside there. And you use a very small amount. That is about the size that I use. They say to use about a pea-size amount. So that is about what I use under each arm. And this does blend out clear. That is it on my hand. Pretend like this is my underarm. So what I do is I just make a line straight down, and then I just blend it around my hand like that, and you'll see it will blend out clear. It's kind of like a cream to powder finish. Some of the natural deodorants that I have used in the past, they feel kind of sticky under your arm. You can see there, it's clear. There's no gray cast to the back of my hand at all. Some of them that I've used, they've left a sticky feeling underneath the arm, or they'll feel wet. I know the La Vanilla one specifically, that one was really bad at that, so was the Tom's. But back to this. This is an aluminum-free deodorant. I wrote a list down of what this has here. There are no aluminum compounds, no parabens, triclosan, phthalates, synthetic fragrances in this product. It's cruelty-free and vegan, and it's also gluten-free. So if you have sensitive skin, this is a really good product for you. If you are pregnant, this actually has a very low amount of essential oils included in this. I'll go over that in a second. I have some pros and cons here that I wanted to go over really quick. So I think I have 7 or 8 pros. So the first pro on this one is that it actually works. I can put this on in the mornings and it will be fine for a good solid 12 hours. If it's extremely hot outside, maybe around 7 or 8 at night, I'll apply about half the amount of product that I would in the morning, and it just keeps you fresh. It smells amazing. It's kind of like a unisex fragrance. It's kind of clean and crisp, but it also smells like a spa. I think that's how they market it, is that it's like a spa fragrance. It has 11 essential oils included in this, and also honeysuckle. It's a really nice fragrance, and my daughter likes it too. Some great ingredients included in this. A lot of them are moisturizing and hydrating. It has coconut oil, shea butter, cocoa butter. I mean, they're all great hydrating ingredients, and it's perfect for sensitive skin. I'll include a complete list of the ingredients down in the description box if you wanted to check it out. Even though the color of the product here is gray, it actually blends out clear on the skin, and it won't stain your clothing or your skin. I haven't had any staining with this product at all. Like I mentioned before, the jar will last between 3 and 4 months depending on how much you use and how many people are using the jar. It can look like it's oily or sticky when you first look at it inside the jar, but it does blend out to be that kind of velvety, powdery finish. And if you run your hand over your armpit, it'll actually feel dry. It kind of feels cool. It's very silky and velvety. The scent isn't overpowering. You can wear other fragrances with this, other perfumes. It doesn't compete with whatever perfume or body spray or whatever that you're putting on. The scent on this actually fades throughout the day, so while it's a little bit intense when you first apply it, it smells really intense when you're smelling it out of the jar too, but after you've worn it for a couple hours, the scent kind of dissipates a little bit, and it easily washes off in the shower. I noticed that specifically with like the extra strength versions of deodorants, they do leave that residue that's a little bit difficult to scrub off of your underarm. And I also noticed when I apply lotion, if I put like a clinical strength deodorant on first, when I'm rubbing lotion in, you can actually feel the residue of the deodorant, like especially if I'm rubbing in lotion from like this back area of my arm or something, it'll run into the deodorant and then it kind of balls up and stuff. It's really gross. I'm sure not everybody has that problem, but that's something that I have specifically noticed, and I'm happy that this product doesn't do that. So on to the cons. I have 3 of them. So the first con is obviously that it's in a jar. I know that they are working on a formulation that's in a stick, and that's supposed to come out hopefully sometime in 2016 later on in the year, but it's not out yet, so using your fingers to apply your deodorant is kind of what you have to do, but I don't mind. I actually really enjoy this product, so I don't care if it came in a squeezy tube. Like, I would still use this. Just recently, I've noticed that this is drying out just slightly, and they say on the website, if you leave the cap off or something, I did leave the cap off for like an hour one day, and I think that's probably what's happening with this, because I'm down to the very last I probably have like a week and a half left in here, and I'm down to the very last little bit. They say if you put a drop of witch hazel in and mix it up, it'll bring it back to life and bring it back to that original creamy consistency. So I'm gonna put a drop of witch hazel in here, but I wanted to leave it as it is now so you guys could see what it looks like when it gets down to the very last bit and you leave the cap off. You can revive this. You don't have to just toss it in the garbage. Also, if you don't have witch hazel on hand, if you scoop a little out on your finger before you apply it, if you put it under your underarm and then get a little bit of water on your fingertips, you can blend it in that way. Don't put water directly into the jar because it will decrease the effectiveness of the deodorant. So the other issue that I've had, and I think it has to do with it drying out because it's not as smooth as it used to be. I mean, it still blends in beautifully and it doesn't leave any chunky bits behind or anything. Like the back of my hand feels so silky. But I've noticed if I nick myself in the shower and if I try and put this PiperWai on immediately after I get out of the shower, it will sting just a slight bit. So I'm sure if I put some witch hazel on this, that'll alleviate that problem. But I don't remember that happening the first couple months that I use this product. I've only been noticing that in the past maybe week and a half that it's been stinging a little bit. I'll leave a note down in the description box or in the comment section letting you guys know if adding in the witch hazel does make that issue go away for me, because I never had it before. And the last issue that I have with this one, it's not really like a major issue, but it's just a slight con. If you live in an extremely hot environment, you might have to mix this up a little bit. When this was delivered to me, it sat out in my mailbox for, I don't know, it's probably like 2 hours, and just in the 2 hours it got heated up to the point where it was looking really oily. So I just looked up online and they said just to mix it back up. That's what I did, and it was perfect. So if yours ever separates, you can just go ahead and get like a popsicle stick, a spoon, anything really. Just mix it back up, squish it back in there, and it'll work like it's brand new. So I really have been enjoying this product. Honestly, I would suggest this to anybody. If you have sensitive skin, if you want a deodorant without aluminum in it, if you're pregnant, if you're kind of dabbling in the more natural products, this is a really awesome product. And like I said, I just ordered a new one. The shipping on this, it was delayed out a couple weeks because they were on Shark Tank and they were backed up on their orders a little bit. But I ordered a container of this on the night of the 12th. And it was shipped out the very next morning. So this morning it was shipped out. I received a confirmation email and it's supposed to be here the morning of the 17th. So this will be here in 4 days. That's great turnover time on the shipping. Personally, I think that's fantastic. I know that they were doing a promo code right after they were on Shark Tank. They aren't doing one currently, but my advice would be to follow them on their social media sites, follow them on Instagram. I know they have a Facebook, and I think they have a YouTube channel. I'll leave all of their links down in the description box so you can find them, ask them questions if you need to. I'll leave their email down there as well, but just stay in contact with them, and if they do have a promo code, I guarantee that they will shout it out on one of their social medias. The 11 essential oils, I know that there's kind of a controversy around essential oils and being pregnant and using them or not to use them, but the essential oils in this deodorant are diluted down to, I believe it was 0.1% or less. So the full actual blend of essential oils is less than 1% of the actual formula, and that is below the 2% guidelines that are supposed to be followed. If you're pregnant, you're not supposed to use anything that has more than 2% essential oils or something. So anyway, I'll leave a link to their website down there where you can find out more information on that. But if that is something that concerns you, then definitely check with your doctor or your OBGYN, somebody, to make sure that this product is safe for you to use. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word for it, but it is below the 2% guidelines. Anyway, I really love this product and I definitely encourage you guys to try this out. If you were thinking about it, it is $11.99 on their website. There is a $4 shipping and you can just easily pay through PayPal. Anyway, I was really excited about trying this out. I was really happy to be able to relay the information that this was a really great product, and I highly recommend that you guys test this out. So anyway, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!